Recognizing business idioms in English can be challenging for non-native speakers, but with some practice and with some exposure to the language, it can become easier. So here are some tips to help you recognize business idioms. My name is Teacher Linda G. I have been teaching English as a foreign language for many years now, and I have students from everywhere in the world. Here are some tips to help you recognize business idioms. The first tip is to look for phrases that don't have a literal meaning. Idioms are expressions that have a figurative or metaphorical meaning, so they can't be understood by their literal meaning. For example, the idiom break the ice doesn't mean to break ice. It means to start a conversation or an interaction in a friendly way, not to actually break a piece of ice. So you do have to know that idioms are phrases that have a figurative meaning, so that you can't pay attention to just the words. You also have to pay attention to the context. And that's tip number 2. Understanding the context in which an idiom is used can give you some clues to its meaning. For example, if someone says, let's touch base, it likely means that they want to have a quick meeting or a quick discussion to catch up on progress. So context is very important. And keep in mind that just because it means one thing in one context, it doesn't mean it will mean the same thing in another context. So it is always related to the context. You also want to study common business idioms, which is why I've done a lot of shorts on business idioms lately. So you want to study them because there's a lot of different business idioms, or any type of idioms for that fact. And of course, business idioms are used in meetings, and they're used in presentations, and they're used in business settings in general. So you can find lists of these idioms, online or in books, and practice using them in context to help you remember their meaning. So for example, if you're listening to a business meeting video, pay attention to some of the idioms they may use, and think about the context. When are they using this business idiom? What business idiom? What was said before the business idiom? Because a lot of times it's related to the situation, or what was said just before they say the business idiom. And finally, here's my last tip. You want to watch and listen to native speakers. One of the best ways to learn idioms is by watching native speakers and by listening to native speakers use idioms in conversations. And of course, you can watch business videos, you can listen to podcasts or other content just to get more exposure to idioms in context. So remember, mastering business idioms takes practice and takes patience and takes practice and more practice. So keep practicing and keep exposing yourself to the English language, and you will gradually become more comfortable recognizing and using these expressions. This is Teacher Linda G, and I'm here to help you speak English with more confidence. Take care now. Bye.